everybody's doing good. This is my presentation on iron. So, what is iron? Iron is a mineral that is essential to the human diet. Its main role is to attach to hemoglobin and help carry oxygen throughout the rest of the body. It's also very important in myoglobin, which helps store oxygen in muscles. The adult human body contains about 3 to 4 grams of iron. So there's actually, 3 to 4 grams of iron just all throughout your body and in your blood. Most of it's in the blood. And iron is important in all stages of life. And on the right, you can see the hemoglobin molecule, where iron is on the top left, and it's kind of a component of the whole thing. So, toxicity and deficiency. Toxicity is less common than deficiency, since most foods only contain a small amount of iron. So those experiencing iron toxicity can expect to undergo gastric upset, constipation, nausea, abdominal pain, vomiting, or faintness. And this is usually a result of taking supplements that are too high in iron, or some other source of iron getting into the diet, like contaminated water or something like that. And in the past, people have actually died from iron toxicity. Usually little kids, but anyway, iron deficiency is most commonly due to a lack of dietary iron. So this is like more common than toxicity because it's easier to not eat iron than eat just like a ton of iron, because you would have to eat like a lot of meat or something like that, or the supplements, of course. So for iron deficiency, symptoms are pretty subtle at first, but become more serious as the deficiency gets worse. So as iron is like depleted from the body, people with iron deficiency become more fatigued. They have impaired immune function, labored breathing, heart palpitations, and reduced physical capacity. And of course, everyone, whenever they think of iron, they think of iron deficiency anemia, which is also one of the symptoms of iron deficiency. So the recommended daily amounts of iron for men 18 to 50, it's at least 8 milligrams of iron should be consumed per day. And for women 18 to 50, at least 18 milligrams of iron should be consumed per day. And women have a higher number because they lose more iron than men due to menstruation, which, if you think about it, iron is in the blood, and yeah. These daily values can usually be reached through a normal diet, but pregnant women and vegetarians/vegans may want to take special care and supplement iron in their diet. So the bioavailability of iron. So iron comes in a heme and a non-heme form. Heme iron comes from meat, poultry, and seafood, and that's what the most of a bioavailable form of iron is to us. And non-heme iron comes from nuts, beans, vegetables, and fortified grain products, and is less bioavailable to our bodies. So that's one reason why. Another reason why vegetarians, vegans, they're eating the non-heme iron, so they need to eat more of that because it's less bioavailable. And yeah, for this reason, anyone who does not eat meat should take special care to include iron-rich foods in their diet. And I put a picture of one fortified grain product, and it says iron fortified. And there are like a lot of products that are fortified with iron, like there's orange juice, there's all kinds of stuff. So it's easy for non-meat eaters to still get their iron needs filled. So a little sample menu. So for breakfast, the Western diet usually have like a protein source like bacon and eggs, the carb, like a toaster bagel or breakfast cereal. Breakfast foods that can be a lot. It's the recommended daily value for a female. I did a female for this because they need to eat more iron than men. You could have like 2 eggs, which would be 2 milligrams of iron, 2 slices of whole wheat toast, 2 milligrams of iron. So that would be like about 22% of the daily value right there in breakfast alone. And then for breakfast, you could also have, a fortified cereal, which could give you your entire daily amount of iron. But I didn't include that because I wanted it to be a little more spread out through the day. And lunch, of course, there's more options available. You could have meat. I went the seafood route. A seafood meal that would be ideal for iron intake would be oysters, and just 3 ounces of oysters contains 8 milligrams of iron per serving, which would be 44% of the recommended daily amount. And then, you could have like a vegetable like spinach or a legume like lentils, like next to that, and then you could increase the daily value to 61% just with lunch alone. Because spinach and lentils have about 3 milligrams of iron per serving. And for dinner, if you're male, you've already got your full dose of iron, but if you're female, you still have to eat a little bit more iron. And so at this point, our female has eaten 83% of the recommended daily value of iron. So there's not really going to be a problem getting the rest of the iron. For this one, I try to stay away from meat, so half a cup of tofu could provide the necessary amount of iron to get the 100% daily value, as it contains 3 milligrams or 17% of the daily recommended amount of iron. So you can see, like, this probably wouldn't be all that the person ate throughout the day, but it's not very hard just to focus on like a couple things. Like you really don't even have to like try to eat a lot of iron. Usually just like anyone that has like a normal diet that eats meat should be good. But there are options for people who don't eat meat. And that's it. Thank you.